Yeah, Mr. Orange. I know you're a nutty little orange ball. Well, I guess see what I have. People, I have thumbs up stuff. We have, I think those are super still. And then now I guess we have these rubies. Huh. Hello there, Dango. What used to be the mango, I'm assuming. I haven't seen you in a while either. I hope you've been doing well. I've been here though, doing these lives. Watching this goofball make his air biscuits. Oh, Mr. Tang. Hello there, Bruce. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday evening. How are all the kitties doing, Bruce? Your 9 and the cafe kitties. Hello there, Betty. Hope you're doing well today. Hope life is going good for everybody. It's almost the end of the week. We got one more work day left for those who work or go to school. And then we got a lovely weekend. Everybody's doing good, Bruce. Awesome to hear. Dango, there's also a drink called Tang. Tang, what are you doing in here, buddy? Oh. You being a lazy little kitty. Do I got your tail? Your little orange fluffy tail. You got an angry tail. Aye. Hello there, Elizabeth. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday. Hope everybody had a good day today. Hello there, Jesse. How you doing? Your cat just had kittens. What kind of kittens? I know, Tang. You got all this stuff. You got a party in there, Tang. Now what are you gonna do? Hopefully one day soon enough we will be fostering and having kitten foster live streams. Jesse, your midnight is laying between your legs. Alrighty. Dango, you got 2 grays, 2 blacks, and 1 ginger. Do they have names already, Dango? Or are you gonna be, is your family gonna be taking care of them, or I guess kind of adopting them? Or what's the deal? If anybody's new to this live stream, my name is Adam, aka Catattainment. We save cats live in this community. Hello there, John. Nice to see you today. Jesse, my day was doing well. Gavin Parker, hello. This is Tang. He is one of 9 kitty cats that we have. As I was saying earlier, these lives are all about saving cats' lives. Not my cats, because we have 9, my wife and I. This is Tang, one of the 9. But this community, though, donates all of our channel money to cat charities, rescue groups, stuff like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know in the chat. Or if you're new, also just say hello in chats. Some of you might notice, and you don't have to do anything with this, but I just wanted to point this out. It's a new feature. There's like a little ruby thing. It's another way that YouTube is trying to be like TikTok for whatever reason. I don't know why YouTube is following TikTok at all. But there's like these little rubies thing. They're like little animations. I just wanted to let everybody know about them. But don't worry about doing any of them unless you so declined in doing them. Oh, let's not look at that butt, Tang. This is a PG rated live stream here. Dingo, your family went well. They don't really like kittens. Oh, well, maybe you can find a place where they can go, like a cat rescue place or some kind of group, Dingo. Good evening there, Cam Cam. I hope you're doing well on this Thursday. I don't have any updated news, friends, for those who know about the 10 cats that we sponsored. Besides the 2 that got adopted, there hasn't been anything new with the other 8 as of yet, but I will let you all know when that time comes. John, you hit no. Too windy and too cold. Sorry to hear that, John. You know, it's a funny story. So, as some of you know, I work in a school, right? I have shorts on right now and a t-shirt and a shirt over it. And this is what I wear going to school. And I got a lot of the staff members and some of the kids ask me, "Aren't you cold? Aren't you cold?" And I'm like, "Not really." Because you see, I'm part polar bear. So I have very warm blood. So this cold weather doesn't really affect me. I actually like it cold. Especially considering the fact that we soon might be moving back to Arizona, where it's really hot. Hi, honey. So I got to enjoy this cold weather while I can. Get that gunk out of your eyeballs. I also appreciate everybody who has watched this latest 9 facts about tuxedo cats. That video has done well. Hopefully, it's educating some folks on tuxedo cats. Yeah, exactly, Dango. No swearing, no insulting folks, and no showing the hiney. Jesse, sorry to hear that Midnight got mad because you moved. Yes, you do know that Midnight and all cats, once they lay on you, you cannot move at all until they decide to get off. Johnny, wear shorts and t-shirts all the time, but not working outside. I gotcha. Bruce, if it's 17 or 14 degrees, I might have to wear a pair of pants. I think once it gets into the teens, then I probably would put on some more clothing. Oh. Dango, you got a parrot and a tortoiseshell kitty cat. All right. Do they get along, Dango? You know, one kind of bird I always think would be kind of cool to have is one of those, I think they're called like minor birds, or the type of parrots where you can teach them to talk. And then they could, you know, be up like in a in a cage, like up in the ceiling, like way up in the ceiling where cats can't get to them. And the birds could be like trash talking the cats and like making fun of them, and the cats wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Oh no, your cat sometimes tries to eat your parrot. Oh, like a little Tweety bird in Sylvester. Speaking of cats, is everybody's cats doing well? Does anybody have sick kitties or anything that they might be wondering? Cat behavior or something that's going on with them? Jesse, I would say it's between Tang, what he's doing, and Yoda. They're probably the two of the toughest with this tube. Hello there, Sydney Cat. I hope you're doing well today. Hello there, KT Spirits. Your dog and your parrot didn't like each other and used kitty cates. Nice. How is Sydney Cat doing, Sydney Cat? And John, how are your kitties doing? Elizabeth, how is your kitty doing? Sydney Cat, she's doing well, healthy, happy. Awesome, good to know. Have you gotten snow recently, Sydney Cat, yet out there in Illinois? Dango, your cat is always meowing when you or someone else is in the kitchen. They're just begging you for food, Dango. So I will say most cats are fine with eating a little bit, a very small piece of human food, like a little bit of turkey or a little bit of chicken. To be honest with you, even a little bit of cheese is not going to hurt. But they're just seeing if you're going to them food. So you can either ignore or maybe give them a tiny piece. But beware though, if you do give them a tiny little piece of food, then they're going to know in the future that they have a sucker now that's going to give them human food. So just beware of that. Sydney Cat, yes, but it quickly melted. A heavy dusting last night. Okay. Dango, milk is, I mean, the thing is with milk, most cats don't do well with milk. They're lactose intolerant, which means they just can't handle the lactose in the milk. But if you give a very small amount, here, I'll be honest. So, Zelda, our 20-year-old, she gets a little bit of milk every night, and it doesn't like affect her tummy. She doesn't have bad diarrhea or anything like that. So, it really depends on the cat. And now I know some people are like totally against that. They're like, no, never feed cats like cow milk. And well, they also say no humans should drink cow milk either. But, I'm kind of a different mindset. I think it really depends on the cat. Elizabeth, your kitty is doing great. Very spoiled in this 72-degree heat. And it makes you too hot. Tang. Tang, you're way over there, buddy. Hello there, Tranquil. Tranquil, I wanted to say I am sorry for not being on your live for the last 2 nights, Tranquil. Last night I was in PT land, so I had a therapy appointment. And then tonight we actually had an agent that came in at about 5:30 or so, so I wasn't able to hop on your live. I'll be back though tomorrow and in the future. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a live tonight actually, because we were done at about 6:30 or so, and then I had to eat, and I'm like, yeah, let me do a live. I didn't do one on Tuesday. However, though, soon enough, I will only be doing 2 lives a week, just one during the week and one on the weekend. I'm going to just drop it down to just twice a week starting in January. Let's see, John, saying hello to Tranquil. Also missed the live. Dango. Oh, your cat is cooked. because I kind of fed my cat a whole bowl of milk. Well, if you're being truthful, Dango, because sometimes I don't know with the youngins, if they drink a whole bowl of milk, then hopefully they'll be okay. Or I know sometimes the youngins can exaggerate from time to time. Well, shoot, sometimes adults can exaggerate too. Dango, you're 20. Okay, well, you're still a youngin' to me. I'm double your age. And then some. Alright, we're only going to be hanging with Tang here for a few more minutes because he's way over in the corner over there. He's like, I don't want to do this live tonight. I'm sorry, people. I'm way over here and I just want to be left off the camera. Yeah, Dingo, I'm 40 plus 4. Alright, so let's say goodbye to Tang. And let's go check on some other kitties. See if I can get off the floor. Alright. Why, hello, you 4 kitties. Hello there, Darth Yoda. It's an interesting name. Combination between Darth Vader and Yoda. Hi, Whites. What is it, Pandora? Hi, Pandora. Hi, Yoda. Pandora, you don't need to eat the phone. Yes, you can give Yoda a bath there and then slap him in the face. You kitties are passive aggressive sometimes. Hi, buddy. Yo, Pandora, stop eating the phone. Silly cat. I know, Yoda, you just don't care right now, do you? You're like, no, I just don't care. Hello there, Pupper Cat. Hope you're doing well. Glad I was able to help you there on identifying your 3 kitties. Pupper Cat, I'm doing fine. Hope you are as well. Dango, no worries. He's only in there for another hour or so, as long as Rosemary is out. He'll be okay. He's normally in with Yoda, but Yoda didn't want to go in there tonight. Hello, Tuxie and Tuxie. Gavin, the name, the tuxedo that's in the picture right now, that's Yoda. He's one of the major goofballs. Pandora, stop eating the phone. Yeah, Gavin, he's a troublemaker, though. Yoda's always a big troublemaker. But he is adorable, though, so he gets away with stuff. Do I sleep with any of the kitties? Technically no, Darth, but the kitties sleep with us, though. So, in a way, yes. And pretty much all of these cats are up on the bed at some point in time. Hey, Pandora, that's not necessary. Pupper Cat, do I remember Shadow? You have to remind me, Pupper Cat. I don't. I see so many cats. I'm sorry. I know there was Shadow, Rocket, and I can't remember the other one. That's okay. Okay, what about Shadow? Are you teething, Pandora? Are you teething like a little toddler? I would avoid raviola sauce. Pupper Cat, I would not feed the kitty ravioli sauce, so that would be a no. I would not give that to them. Bruce, all of your kitties sleep. All of them? All of them get along well enough to sleep? Do you have a bigger bed, Bruce, like a king or a queen? Dango, you're not going to lie to me, so you might just go to sleep. Go ahead. Dango, all good. No worries. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and thanks for the visit, and we'll see you some other time. Elizabeth, does any of the cats sit and watch over? Yes, yes, they do. And it's sometimes creepy when you open up your eyes and you see a pair of eyeballs staring back at you, trying to take your soul. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, sometimes they do slap also. They don't touch our lips, they slap our face. Pandora here slaps my wife's face pretty often. And then, yeah, like my wife is saying, their kit she'll just stare at you blankly with her big eyeballs, like she's planning your demise. Pupper Cat, on occasion, if we have like maybe something that has a lot of movement going on, like a sporting event, or if something catches their eye, they will watch a little bit of TV from time to time with us. But these cats more so, they read. They all read something different. Pandora here likes crime and mystery books. Come here. I know, back to teething, honey. See all that extra skin that Pandora has? All right, let's go over to Zelda. Zelda's doing well today. She got her sub-Q fluids last night. She's not due again until Saturday or so. Saturday or Sunday, we'll give her some more sub-Q fluids. Now, Zelda could be one reason on if we do go to Arizona, we might have to delay it a little bit, because my wife and I were thinking and we were talking, is like, do we really want to put Zelda under the duress of traveling 2,000 miles with a 20-year-old diabetic cat? And it's like, probably not. It's hard to say, but probably not. She didn't do well coming out here. Oh, goodness. Elizabeth, wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Very kind. I would appreciate, if y'all don't mind, if you could just give Elizabeth a thank you for that, too. That is so kind, Elizabeth. That'll definitely help those kitties in need for the month of January. I appreciate that very much. Sometimes I don't have words with some of the generosity. You know, I tell people sometimes, like, if you ever want to start a cat channel, you know, you gotta, like, wait a minute, what am I trying to say here? The generosity that I see in the people that are in this community, I sometimes have no words for, besides just a humble thank you, and just how many cats that's going to help. It's always appreciative. I guess Pandora is in licky mode here. She's licking her elder. And just being part of a community. I know I'm the voice, obviously, but, you know, being part of something that is truly helping is a feeling that's really hard to describe and to put into words adequately, I will say. Hi, honey. But anyway, so what I was saying about Zelda and this potential move to Arizona is, we might, if we do still go out to Arizona, we might delay it until Zelda is no longer with us, because we just don't know how she would do on such a long road trip and staying, you know, being on the road. So it's something we need to figure out. Elizabeth, you're welcome, everybody. So committed to helping cats in need, especially any that have been abused, such as your own kitty experience. Yeah, Elizabeth, someday maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that whenever the time comes, obviously. John, you'll be doing through PayPal. Yeah, no worries. No worries. All good, John. And whenever, you know, whenever on that, John, there's no obligation, obviously, or no expectation as far as that goes. KT, just seeing what you do, a picture paints 1,000 words. I appreciate the kind comment there, KT. Benny, Beanie, what is the newest kitty? For us, Benny, to answer that question, it would be Tang and Tiny. Those are two that we fostered about 2 years ago or so, 3 years ago or so. They came in a foster group of 5, and we wound up adopting them. So those would be, I guess, the newest of our 9. Others in chat, go ahead and, you know, you can answer Benny's question too if you want to. Hello there, Phineas Gage. This channel always makes you smile when you're having a rough day. Cats are awesome. I agree with you there, Phineas. And it also, Phineas, it helps to have a community that I feel like supports each other and are, you know, all kind of in the same mindset, where we all want to just help cats as much as we can. Yeah. Tranquil, today you have understood the kindness of strangers. Tranquil, if you so desire, you can add more to what that means in chat if you want to. Of course, you don't have to, but feel free to share if you want to, though. Hey, baby. Hi, honey. You know, there is something special about cats. I will say dogs too, to an extent. Puppercat, you got to do some homework. Have fun doing that homework, Puppercat, and we'll see you on the next live. Have a good night, friend. Um, what I was saying with cats is there's something like unique and special about, I feel like, about cats. They have a certain gentleness to them, or a certain aura about them sometimes, where there's nothing, a cat can kind of heal a lot of wounds physically, mentally. I would even sometimes say spiritually. Tranquil, you had somebody that you've never met offer to take care of you. Oh, okay. Well, that could be a good thing. I mean, obviously, I don't know details or anything, but, step towards a positive direction, hopefully, for you there. And I also like to say that I think cats and dogs can tell us a lot about other people. I am under the opinion on if an animal or animals, cats and dogs, they tend to hide at somebody, or kind of run away from them or cower at them. I think that the animals are telling us something that sometimes us humans don't pick up about other human beings. If you find somebody that doesn't like animals, or animals, like I said, cower, run away from, hide from, then there's probably something maybe going on with that person. And I would also kind of say that I feel like kids could be put in that same category as far as dogs and cats go. If a kid at a certain age, let's say under the age of 10, 8 maybe, if they, a stranger or somebody comes up to them and they feel leery or uncomfortable about them for whatever reason, then there might be something going on with that person. I feel like the same when it comes to children, to kids. Because kids have this sense that we seem to lose as we get older, either by choice or by design. I don't really quite know, but I think we lose some things as we get older and we become adults, that there's something that you can never get back that you had as a child, as a kid, and it's kind of sad. Intuition, perhaps, I'm not sure. Calling out BS when you see BS, not having a filter sometime. I'm not really sure what it could be called, but something. Benny, I think it's 50-50. Either the animal is scared of the person since the animal has never seen him or her, or yeah, it's abuse. Could be. Could be. KT, the kids across the street love you. You do not force that bond. Some people do. Oh, yeah, for sure, because they're always looking for, um, what am I trying to say? Um, I lost it. It was on the tip of my tongue. What is the word I was trying to say? They're always looking for. I can't think of it right now. I'll come to it in a second. Elizabeth, your cat knows if a person is a good person or not. The cats can sense evil people for sure. They're always looking for like validation, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Benny, kids are kids. One called you a friend who you never talked to before. Acceptance, that could be another word too, Bruce. Yeah, that could be. That probably is the main thing I think I'm looking for, Bruce, that particular word. It was just evading me.
Tranquil, you have always been treated horrible by people. Human kindness is unusual for me. Well, Tranquil, hopefully it's never too late to kind of start thinking a bit differently. And hopefully, maybe with that act, whatever exactly happened, maybe you'll start to kind of change that mind frame a little bit, perhaps. Because the world can be bad, the world can be tough for sure, but there's always kindness out there. Sometimes it's hard to see, and sometimes it doesn't feel like it's there, and sometimes it comes from unexpected sources, but it's there. Phineas, you know, as someone with autism, cats are kind of what's best for you. When I get upset, they are small enough to hold in your arms and cuddle with, and then also purring is the most calming sound in the world. Yeah, Phineas, you know, actually, speaking of, yes, and this is a little third eyelid though, there from the baby. But speaking of cats purring, excuse me, there's been kind of some research and some studies that cats purring, they kind of can self heal themselves, and that they also can heal humans too, calm them down, like you were saying, Phineas, or lower not cholesterol, lower heart rate, lower blood pressure. So a lot of good things can be done with a purring cat. All right, let me go see if I can find Max. See if he's in the closet before we go down and hang out with Rosemary. Hey, Chubby. Nope, Max is not in here. All right. And I guess Rosemary is upstairs. So we're going to go hang with Rosemary here. We're going to say goodbye to this group. And we're going to go hang with Rosie. Hi, honey. Uh, John, your friend Debbie has a kitty, Mr. Hobbs. You helped bring him get over his shyness, and now he plays and cuddles. Awesome to hear. Guess Rosemary is finishing up her first dinner here. I always say when I see Rosemary like this, like different angles for her, different shots with her, she always looks kind of like an oversized squirrel. Elizabeth, you tell your cat story at another time. Okay, no worries. Elizabeth, sometimes if you want to leave a message, or not a message, Elizabeth, but a just a comment again, or I can find a comment of yours, and I can just give you an email address, and that's something, you know, um, we could do also. Hello there, Icon. Hope you're doing well today. Hi, honey. I know you think she'd be starving, but she never gets fed, but she eats quite a bit for being such a small cat. Email address works. Okay, all good. Here's kind of a non-cat question for everybody. So, the state where everybody lives, when it comes time to take your car in for emissions or like safety inspections, what does your state do? So, as an example, in the state of North Carolina, not in all counties, but the counties we live in, we have to do a safety inspection and an emission testing for our vehicles of a certain age. What about y'all? Phineas, you have to go. Thank you for staying, Phineas. I hope you have a good rest of your day and night, and hopefully we'll see you next time, friend. Benny, Let's see, Benny. So this thing, cat bellies, and don't understand us when we meow or purr. The most they want to do is meow back as you try thingy. KT, you don't have any car inspections in Alabama. Okay, nothing. Hi, honey. John, don't have emissions in rural Virginia, but a yearly safety inspection. Okay. Bruce, your state doesn't have to do in Indiana. All right. And then on top of that, we also have to pay a property tax on our cars. So we have to have a safety inspection, an emission testing, and we got to pay the taxes. Hi, honey. John, you also pay a personal property. Just made your yesterday's for $150. That's around, John, what we pay for our two SUVs. It's like $120, $130, something like that a piece. KT, all you pay is just an annual tag. Hello there, Chris. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday evening. Elizabeth, emissions are mostly for the big cities, only regular inspections. Benny, you don't have to worry about being rude, saying that you're being rude. That is not a concern of mine. Sometimes she plays, Benny, sometimes she doesn't. It just really depends. And sometimes it just depends on the toy. She's a weird cat like that. Oh, where's her other toy at? I don't see where it is. All right, Rosie. Oh, there it is. Hi, honey. You still eating some food? Yeah, the reason I was asking about tags and inspection, our two vehicles are due at the end of the year. I always get a little nervous when I got to take a vehicle in to get an inspection because I feel like you never know like what's going to possibly go wrong with it. KT, Florida has no state income tax or tax on food, but you looked up the cost on vehicle registration, land taxes. Yeah, and KT also, the thing with Florida sometimes is like the insurance, like home insurance and things like that, is like crazy expensive. You're going to get it, honey. You're going to rip its eyeballs out. I know you don't like it staring at you, do you? You're like, it stares at me. Oh, you did take an eye. No, never mind. The eyeballs are still there. Uh, John, you were hit for a $700 at your inspection just last month. Ball joints and sway bar leakage. Oh, linkage. That doesn't sound like fun. Elizabeth, your home insurance is included with your USDA loan. Okay. You know, when we lived in another part of the state here by the coast, we had to pay for wind insurance too, because it was by the coast. Wind insurance was about 3,000 a year, I think. So it was a little pricey. Yeah. Chris, wind insurance is for like if you're in like a hurricane zone. So it'd be like for wind damage if a hurricane comes through and damages your roof or your windows. It covers stuff like that. John, your homeowner's insurance is included in your mortgage escrow. Yeah, yeah. I would assume most people's home insurance is part of their mortgage. It's kind of like baked into the number. Your principal, your interest, your insurance, that kind of stuff. Um, Chris, you have that with hail damage for your cars? Okay. Benny, back then I was sad that I didn't live close to the ocean, but now I'm happy since the amount of problems it can bring. It can, Benny. I mean, there's pros and cons no matter where you live. Did it get you, Rosie? John, I don't exactly know. I mean, Elizabeth probably could answer that question for you, but I'm not sure. I've heard of it, but I don't know exactly what it is. So I know it's like a type of loan, obviously. Are you done, Rosemary, with my shenanigans here? Are you in a little jail cell right now, honey? Uh, Benny, more pros than cons. Have you seen the prices in California? I haven't, Benny, but everything in California is sky high. Hi, honey. What? Wah. Wah. Hi, Rosie. Don't bite me, honey. I know, honey. You're not really feeling it tonight. You want to drink some water? You want to get your mousey? Benny, for a normal 2-floor home close to the water, $2 million? Yeah, I believe it. Elizabeth, with a USDA loan, your friend got a brand new house built with the property. Oh, that's cool. KT, your electricity and internet is a co-op. I don't know, KT. I think we've been in a co-op before. I think the prices are pretty good, right? But how reliable is it? Like, is it pretty, like your electricity? Do you ever have really outages? I mean, do you have like, you know, it, constant outages, or is it well? And then like, how is the internet? Is it wonky, or is it pretty stable and has a good connection? Speaking of my internet's a little wonky. Benny, the smaller cities actually could be even cheaper or even more expensive because sometimes those smaller cities you have more land and that can cost you more. KT Co-op is much more reliable because you own it and you have a say. Wow, Elizabeth, your interest rate is 2.25. That is crazy low nowadays. Yeah, our interest rate is like 5.5. And it's amazing just a few interest points here and there, like how many hundreds of extra dollars you're paying a month on your mortgage. It's insane. Bruce, you have Xfinity for 105 for internet. Bruce, do you know like how many? Do you have like how much And what, like, your internet packages, is it like a gigabyte or like less, or do you know? Hello there, Judy. Hope you're doing well. You're licking your butt there, honey. Yeah, our internet, we have phone and internet because we have a home phone. We're these weird people. We have a home phone. We will always have a home phone. I will never get rid of a home phone. I just like having a home phone, so we're kind of weird. But we pay about 130 or so for the internet and phone. John, you get how long ago? Elizabeth got it back in the pandemic time frame. Bruce, your highest speed. So you're probably at 1 gig, I would imagine, 1,000 megabytes a second. Bruce. Chris, you miss having a home phone? Did you get rid of your home phone, or like where you moved to? Maybe like current where you live. You can't have a home phone, or what happened? Judy, you also have a home phone. Yeah, I tell people we have a home phone, and they're like, "What are you, a dinosaur?" I'm like, "Well, kind of, yeah." I do have prehistoric thinking from time to time. Elizabeth, the old rotary style phones keep working. Yeah, that's the reason I'd like a home phone. You know, I have an old Mickey Mouse rotary phone, and I used to have a Pac-Man. Chris, you used to have a Magic Jack, or you have a Magic Jack, but you didn't upgrade. Oh, okay. Yeah, and Bruce, speaking of gaming stuff or anybody else, I also have a old, probably with about 20 games or so, an old, still working Atari 2600. KT, you remember when all we had was an antenna and we had to turn it into pi to get the signal? Turn it, yep. Another thing you don't see anymore, like, when is the last time anybody has seen a payphone out in public? And what do they do with all these payphones? Like, where did all these payphones go? I'd imagine they just all went into a landfill, or did they burn them down and like turn them into something? Hello there, Hunter Hornby. This particular one, trying to keep her away from her litter. That's Rosemary. Chris, you've never seen a payphone? Really? Huh. John, you have an old rotary phone built yourself, parts back in the 1980s from Western Electric. John, there's a payphone at a 7-Eleven near you and it still works. Interesting. Alright, well, my hour is up. So I want to start kind of heading out here, saying my goodbyes. Of course, I'm going to just start with Elizabeth there. Once again, thank you for that super. Always appreciate that. That'll definitely help cats in need. Chris, you meant you never seen a payphone now. Okay. I was going to say, Chris, I mean, I'm sure you've seen a payphone sometime. But anyways, I'm going to start saying goodbye to everybody else. John, Judy, Bruce, Chris, Hunter, KT. Just kind of going back here in time. Benny. I think that's everybody that I know of. Tranquil, that just looking back in chat. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Again, if you're thinking about adopting any kind of kitties, think about adopting an older kitty cat, and always speak up. Speak up for these cats. You need to advocate for them. Know that you're always welcome in this cat community, and you're what makes this cat community tick and go and grow. And hopefully, get a little bit bigger, a little bit at a time as we keep on growing this cat community. So I hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll see some of you on Saturday. Others, I'll see you later. But until then, take care. God bless. And yeah, we'll just leave you with Rosemary doing a little bit of licking. She's got to lick that bowl clean. And that's pretty much it. So bye-bye all. Take care. Again, thank you, Elizabeth.